call to the mountains sitting across the bay. Morning comes always steadier than yesterday. I'll take the stillness as a sign to write a song.
Hello, my friends. Oh my goodness, I've missed you all. It's been a while since I've done a van life video because I've been gallivanting overseas. But because of that recent trip, I thought I might just touch base today on why I love van life so much and why it's just the best way to travel. So I've just had a little bird fly right past me. Oh, this. I wish I caught that on camera. It landed on top of the camera. They're little tiny ones with red crest chests. Hello, sweetheart. That was magic. Oh gosh, I wish I caught that on camera. It was on top of my camera. What a magic moment. I'm sorry. I get so distracted by nature. So, it's still blowing me away. So today, yes, I'm talking about exactly that. That is why van life is so amazing. So when I did this trip to Japan recently, and I am going to reference that quite a bit in this video because it's such a contrast and great comparison to my everyday life here in Australia. So there's obvious differences between Japan and Australia as countries, but just the act of travelling and being in a hotel room, carrying things all the time, public transport, all of those things just... And now I've got black cockatoos flying over. By the way, don't you love my new jumper? I went to Xavier Rudd concert. Look at the back of it. It's so amazing. He loves red-tailed black cockatoos. And shout out to Sally, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's Sally who ran into me at the Xavier Rudd concert and asked me for a photo. I was with my daughter and she was like, oh my God, Mum's famous. So, hey, Sally, thanks for chatting. It was really nice to catch up. Yes, so digressing once again. When I was travelling, there was things like, so public transport. I haven't been on public transport for a very long time. I don't deal very well being around people, like large groups of people. My anxiety levels creep up, and I don't know whether that's just because I live such an isolated life, you know, so I struggle a bit in those scenarios. And it was okay, like I coped okay, but I just didn't enjoy it. You know, the Japanese people are really lovely and very respectful. If they bump into you, they're, oh, so sorry, and you know, except for when it comes to getting on trains. It's every man for his own when it comes to getting on a train. When you're catching public transport, you're obviously at the whim of whenever that transportation is going to come along. You're relying on other people all the time. So when you've got your own vehicle, you have that freedom to just go wherever you want, whenever you want. You don't have to plan your trip. You know, you can, you probably, like, I know that there was a few remote places we wanted to go in Japan, and so we had to catch so many trains and buses and walk so far. And then it's sort of, you know, if you've got to do all that to get there, then when you get there, you're exhausted by the time you get there. So, and don't get me wrong, long distance driving can be exhausting as well. But I don't know, the freedom I get from having my own vehicle is amazing. The other thing is carrying things with you. So when we were away, my daughter had a bung shoulder, so I had to carry everything. And so we're doing day trips. I've got to carry both the bottles of water, food, all of my camera gear. And I could be carrying anywhere between, you know, like 7 to 10 kilos a day. And all of that, like I was so looking forward to getting back to Australia because all I do is carry my key around my neck and maybe my phone. So I haven't used a handbag in years because everything I own is with me all the time because I travel in my home. So I'm literally a turtle, except I move a bit faster. So it's so convenient just having, and I've got a little fairy wren with blue tail, a little male one. It's just come by. Everything I own is with me all the time. It's the most convenient thing ever. I can't explain how amazing that is. You never forget anything. You go anywhere, you're like, if you're uncomfortable, you just get changed. Like, it's just so convenient, so convenient. Hotel rooms, I actually really dislike being indoors now. I can't handle it. I love van life because when I wake up in the morning, I can hear the sound of the birds, I get fresh air, I get daylight straight away. Whereas when you're in a hotel room, you know, a lot of the time you can't open the windows, so you don't have the fresh air. You're quite cooped up, you know, and it's dark in there, it's artificial light. You know, when you're used to being out in this every day, it's really hard to adjust to being in a room and waking up in a room. So I really didn't enjoy that. And when I started van life, I did do house sitting quite a bit. I don't really know why. I think maybe I felt a little lost, and so like I needed some grounding sometimes because I wasn't quite sure. I felt a little bit like an aimless wanderer. And maybe it was still a little bit of that conditioning in me that, you know, we need to be in a home. I don't know, but I haven't done one in quite a while. Sorry, this nature is really disturbing me today. It's so pretty. So yeah, when I do have to stay within four walls now, I really struggle with that. I really do. I just want that. I need fresh air. I need nature. Like being around trees, the energy of it. That's not something I can really explain, I suppose, but that's where my smile comes from, you know, being out in nature. And so, yeah, it's like I'm camping every day of my life. I love it. The other thing about staying in hotel rooms is I am a self-confessed germaphobe. And I just don't like sleeping in a bed that so many other people have slept in. I don't like sleeping in a bed that is not at the comfort level that I like. You know, just using things that other people have used all the time. I just, you know, it gets me. Yes, I know, probably a bit funny for that. But I love my own bed. Like it's funny when I go to someone's house and you know, sometimes I'll go on holidays with the family and they're like, there's a room for you. And I'm like, oh, I like staying in my van. It's got all my stuff in here. It's got my bed that has my level of comfort, my pillow. So I just think that it's another reason why van life is like the ultimate way to travel, because you've got all your own comforts and your own conveniences there. Yeah. I've pulled my camera out now because I just had that little red-crested wren come by again. So I'm desperate to get it on film. So the other thing was food. So Ella and I, when we went to Japan, we're gluten-free, and this is no shade on Japanese culture. They don't do gluten-free, and that's fine. You know, that was the risk we took going over there. That's a personal thing. But it just made me really appreciate that, you know, traveling in a van, I've got all my own appliances where I can cook my own food that I'll enjoy. And we're so lucky in this day and age, and particularly in Australia, that we have access to so much beautiful, fresh, you know, food available to us all the time. So it really made me appreciate that a lot more. And I'm so grateful to everyone on YouTube who makes their suggestions to me about what appliances I can and can't use in the van. Because when I started, I was originally just eating a lot of... There's that bird. Oh, he sat there for quite a while for me. Sorry. It's all for you. I can show you the pictures now. So yeah, the appliances that you guys have recommended it's been amazing, because now I can cook myself these beautiful meals and my body just feels so much more nourished, and it's cheaper. I'm saving money. So yeah, I think it's a really big convenience when you're on the road to be able to cook your own food. Otherwise, you just wind up eating food that may not necessarily be good for you, and probably more expensive. So yeah. Well, I hope some of these points have been helpful for you. I don't know where you're all at in your journey, whether you're looking at doing van life, you know, permanently or not, but it is, I think you'll find if you start doing it, it's quite an addictive lifestyle. I just don't know if I ever want to give this up. I love it so much, and travelling overseas has made me appreciate not only van life but Australia a lot more as well, like the wide open spaces we have here, the fewer amount of people that we have here compared to some other countries. I think we are so truly blessed, and it just makes me more and more grateful for the life that I have. Happy travels.
Flowers in the plenty, colouring in the view. Red sunburns late Sunday afternoon. Talking for hours about the places we have gone and things we've done.